Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com. Is Amazon Prime worth it at $139 per year? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So as I make this video, Amazon has just announced that Amazon Prime going up to $139 per year from $119. Other subscription options, monthly, as well as student subscriptions, everything else out there going up as well. Most people are going to have that yearly subscription, so we're going to focus on that at $139. It is kicking in soon within the next couple of weeks for people that are new to Amazon Prime, and then for people that are up for renewal after March 25th of 2022 is when they would get that $139 price. So anyway, let's take a look at what Amazon Prime offers and then talk about whether that value is good for $139 per year. So the bedrock feature of Amazon Prime is delivery, free delivery and fast delivery. You're going to get free delivery on pretty much everything that Amazon has. Not everything qualifies for Amazon Prime. Sometimes if you have a third-party seller and they don't ship out of Amazon's warehouse, that might not be free delivery, but most things are going to be, and you're going to get much faster delivery. Most items are going to be a 2-day window for delivery. A lot of them are going to be 24 hours. Some of them may even be same-day delivery. Now, if you're not an Amazon Prime member, you can still get free delivery on items of $25 or orders of $25 or more, but it is going to be slower. They use a window of 5 to 8 days. Sometimes you might get it faster than that, but it's going to be slower if you're not an Amazon Prime member. Also, for Prime members, you can choose to have, and you don't have to do it, but you can choose to have a delivery day where that is the day when your Amazon packages show up. So if you are not going to be home on other days, but you know you have a day that you will be home to actually get those packages, you can choose that day, and then you don't have to worry about someone stealing the package off your porch, or if you live in an apartment building, it being put in some strange place or whatever. So that is something only for Prime members. Amazon Prime members can also choose to get free same-day grocery delivery or pickup on orders of $35 or more if they have Amazon Fresh or Whole Foods stores in their area. Next, I want to talk about what I consider to be the most important sort of next feature beyond delivery with Amazon Prime, but it's something that Amazon doesn't even really market as a feature of Amazon Prime, probably because not everyone is going to be eligible, and that is the Amazon Prime Visa. So if you can qualify for Amazon's credit card that is issued in partnership with Chase, well then this is a really good thing. Some people, if their credit score isn't high enough, if their credit history, they don't have enough of it, maybe they wouldn't be able to get this credit card. But if you can, and I think most people probably can, well then you are going to be able to get 5% back on your Amazon purchases, either as cash back or as a reward to use on future purchases as an Amazon Prime member. Now there is an Amazon Visa for people that are not Prime members, but that's only going to give you 3% back on your Amazon purchases. Now that might not seem like too big of a difference, only 2%, but if you shop at Amazon often, well, it can make a difference. Let's say you spend $2,000 per year at Amazon. The difference between 5% back and 3% back is going to be $40. Let's say you spend $5,000 per year. Well, then the difference is going to be $100. If you spend $7,000 per year on Amazon, well, the difference is going to be $140, which just so happens to be $1 more than the cost of a year's subscription to Amazon Prime. So if you do spend a lot on Amazon, just having that Amazon Visa could potentially pay for that subscription right there. All right, now let's talk about the other features, and you can sort of do a little calculation in your head as to how much you think they are worth when you compare them as part of that $139 price. Next is Amazon Prime Video, which is going to sort of be a competitor to Netflix, HBO, and other things of that nature, streaming services. It is going to give you access to some on-demand TV shows and movies, including Amazon original TV shows and movies. Now, Amazon not nearly as accomplished as Netflix and HBO when it comes to original programming, but they have had some hits. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, recently in the movies, being the Ricardos, and Tender Bar are ones that are popular as I am making this video, and you have to assume Amazon is going to continue to push further into this area. So this is something where there is some decent entertainment value there for Amazon Prime members. You're not going to be able to, get everything that you might want, not every single movie or every TV series, but you're not going to get that anywhere else either. And with Amazon Prime Video, you do have the option with newer movies to still be able to get them on a pay-per-view basis. You're going to have to pay for them, but you do have the option to at least get your hands on them. Amazon Music is Amazon's streaming service for music like Spotify, Apple Music, etc. They give you a good number of songs for free that you can stream on a, as desired basis. However, while you have a large catalog of songs with Amazon Music, what you might also find out is that what comes free with Prime is not quite enough, and you might be looking for a certain song and find out, oh, well, that doesn't qualify for the free Amazon Music. You have to upgrade in order to get your hands on some of the better songs or the newer songs or whatever the case might be. So it's part of Amazon Prime, but you almost feel like you have to pay a little bit more to upgrade once you're actually in it. Amazon Prime Day is a big sales event only for Amazon Prime customers, sort of like a Black Friday that happens in the middle of summer. So a ton of things deeply discounted. Amazon Prime Day is actually multiple days now, where it used to only be one. So if as an Amazon Prime customer you find out that a lot of those deals are really great, well then you obviously are going to think of this as something that has a lot of value when compared to the price. If you were someone that looks at the sales that are there and think, it's not that big a deal, well then obviously that Prime Day is not going to matter much to you. And then a handful of other features that I would consider as maybes, maybe you would consider them to be something more valuable. There is Prime Reading, which gives you some free books, free audiobooks, free magazines each month. Now you might know that Amazon owns Audible.com. Audible is not part of Amazon Prime. It is a different subscription. You have Amazon Gaming here, where you get some free games and also some potential discounts as well. There is Amazon Photos, which is free photo storage. You have Amazon Pharmacy, which gives you a price break on prescription drugs if your insurance doesn't cover certain drugs. It's sort of like a drug card. So if you have insurance, it's not really going to do much for you. But if you don't have insurance or your insurance doesn't cover prescription drugs, well, then you could use it as a discount card. Now, is all of that worth $139? Well, at $119, over 100 million people signed up for Amazon Prime. Probably the majority of them are going to stick with it. If you're looking at Amazon Prime for the first time, I'm not sure. If you have more money than time, I can definitely see the appeal. Not only free delivery, but fast delivery. You look at this, past year where we've had these supply chain issues. It really feels like Amazon has delivered more than maybe some other retailers out there. And even in a normal year, you think about getting to Christmas time and maybe you're buying a late gift or whatever. If you know what you wanted to get there in time, it is pretty nice to have Amazon Prime and still be able to have that short window to get something delivered to you. All the rest of the stuff, or most of the rest of the stuff, maybe are nice to haves. The Amazon Visa, you can see the actual reward value and kind of how that plays against the annual fee. Everyone's got to make that calculation for themselves though. We have Amazon Prime at our house, and like I said, free delivery is nice, but what is maybe even nicer and hard to give up is that fast delivery, especially when you think about maybe some obscure item that you need in a pinch and you're not even sure like where you would go locally to find it, what store would potentially have it. You can go on Amazon and have it in your hands within 48 hours, sometimes within 24 hours, sometimes even potentially the same day. So once you kind of get used to that, being able to get something that you really need in a sort of time-sensitive way, it is hard to give that up. So again, everyone's got to make that calculation for themselves, but I think some people would easily pay $199 for Prime for that reason specifically. Now, I talked about the Amazon Visa credit card as being something that might be very important in your assessment of the value of Amazon Prime. It is a card that I hold and like and think of it as part of that value equation. If you want to know about other cards on the market that also give you some pretty good rewards and maybe you haven't considered, haven't been aware of, you might want to check out this video.